Derbyshire
Artsword.
Artsword. Featured musician.
Hello, my name's Laurie Illingworth. I'm from Belper in Derbyshire. I'm a musician and singer. I'm primarily a pianist, so I take my keyboard around with me a lot, and I also sing and write original material. My sound, people ask me this all the time. It's a really difficult question to answer because there is no one answer to it. So I am influenced by a number of different people. I suppose that's a good way of going about it. Current artists such as the band Bon Iver, hugely influenced by Justin Vernon and the guys in Bon Iver. A chap called James Blake I'm a big fan of, Jack Garrett, Sampha. The genres are soul, I guess. There's quite a bit of soul in my voice, so I'm told. And I play quite a lot of intricate little piano melodies and rhythms as well. I play quite rhythmic piano, which is odd. It's somebody described it once to me like I'm playing a percussion instrument rather than actual piano with harmony. In that there's a lot of there's a definite beat in it throughout the songs that I'm playing. The background of the music that I'm writing now starts a long time ago. I guess the first instrument I ever learnt to play was the recorder when I was 6 years old. So my mum and dad, like a lot of people do I think, took me along to record lessons as a kid. That then developed 3 years later into playing the clarinet. So I started on a little B-flat clarinet and learnt at school and then also at the local music centre. I then played the clarinet and the recorder, to be fair, until I was probably about 18, so a long time. And then a couple of years before I turned 18, I also picked up the piano as well. I remember going to an open mic night and seeing my friend Rosie, and she was singing a song and someone else was playing the piano for her, and I thought, do you know what, I'd love to give that a go. I'd love to get on a stage and perform in a different way that I have been doing for so many years, in orchestras and wind bands and things. So I started to teach myself the piano. I had a few lessons with a couple of different teachers, and it was more of a classical background, scales and arpeggios, and it didn't appeal to me all that much because I think I'd had an overload of it when I'd been learning the clarinet and the recorder and things. So I started to just basically teach myself, so learned from YouTube tutorials and then just basic chords, and that turned into different kind of chords. Then I went to university in 2013 to York St John University to study music, which was a bit of an off-the-cuff decision actually. I was always going to go and do English or French or PE or something like that. But halfway through my A-levels I thought, right, I'm gonna do a music AS level in my gap year. So I went off to Birmingham Conservatoire and studied for that. Then I went off to York St John University and studied music performance 3 years. And while I was there, I was basically just introduced to so many different kinds of musicians and different ways of talking about and thinking about and learning about and playing music. We were encouraged to be in loads of different kinds of ensembles. Choirs, percussion groups, community-based projects, and just to give new things a go. So I, at the end of that, decided I was going to start playing or writing, giving it a go at writing some original music on the piano. And for me, obviously, drawing on my influences of the people that I mentioned before, the artists that I was listening to. And probably about 8 months ago now, I wrote my first ever tune on a piano in York, in a chapel in York, and then I wrote a second one just after. And since then, I've moved back to Derbyshire, and I primarily gig in and around Derbyshire, but mainly Nottingham now. It's got a really vibrant music scene, and I've played support gigs, festivals, one-day festivals, charity festivals, gigs, just a lot of different kinds of gigs. And I'm currently ideally working towards a debut EP of 4 or 5 tracks, just me and the piano, and I'm currently in the process of just kind of gigging those in and around the area and Derbyshire, Nottingham, and having a good time, and continuing to write as well, and just be open to collaborations with other people that I meet. The original music I've been writing, I feel like it comes as a group, so it comes as a little collection of songs. I didn't fancy rushing it out there. I thought I'd introduce people to what I'm all about first, but hopefully by the end of the year I'll have something ready for people to hear. Tracks that I've got that in my mind that I'm working towards putting on an EP are about a particular point in my life, mainly the last kind of 2 years. I'm not a happy performer. I wouldn't say, you know, if you're here for a jingle, I probably wouldn't search my name anywhere. It's thoughtful music. It's reminiscent, nostalgic. It's me drawing on memories of people and, you know, current situations and, yeah, not issues as such, but situations with different people that I know, not just musically, but just in my life generally, and then the way that I feel about those situations as well. So it's thoughtful music, reminiscent. I've got numerous social media platforms, so on Twitter I'm at YesLaurie, on Facebook it's just Laurie Illingworth, on Instagram it's just Laurie Illingworth as well, and on those kind of places I'm always posting updates of upcoming gigs, because at the minute I'm basically a live performer, that's what I do, so I like to keep people updated with where and when I'm playing. And I also, on Instagram in particular, I kind of post little clips of what I'm working on and what I'm listening to and who I'm inspired by. Every now and then, just short little snippets of little tunes that I enjoy or that I'm writing. And then on YouTube I've got three covers. I mean, there are more than that, but 3 that I would want people to listen to. There's stuff from years ago that is a little embarrassing actually, so don't look at that please. I've got a couple of gigs coming up this Thursday actually. I've got a gig at the Angel Microbrewery on Thursday evening. It's a charity gig, so I think it's £10 a ticket, and half of the money will be going to. There are a number. It's not just me playing. There are a number of different artists from Nottingham music scene. Really great. I know a couple of them. Really talented musicians, mainly singer-songwriter style musicians, and I'll be playing alongside them. Half of the money will go towards cancer research charities, and half of it will go towards the Nottinghamshire Children's Bereavement Centre, which is 2 really great causes, obviously. So I'll be playing there. I'll then, once I finish my set, I won't be able to stick around unfortunately, because I'll be heading to Jam Cafe, which is just around the corner, also in Nottingham, and I'm around 10 o'clock-ish. I'll be playing at an event called Cover from Another Brother, which is, again, the focus is artists from the Nottingham music scene, and the idea is that you play a cover or 2 of your favourite Nottingham artists and then invite them along to watch. So I'm playing two covers of 2 artists, which I'm been disallowed from revealing until the day. So and then I've got a couple of gigs up in Newcastle next week. I've got gigs coming up in Leeds, Manchester, Derby, Belper and Nottingham. So plenty to go, plenty to, if anybody was interested, plenty to kind of have a look on my social media streams and come and enjoy a set.
Derbyshire Artsword.
Derwent Valley on demand.